What's going on, everybody? My name is Kenny Johns and I am the co-founder of Ample, and today I'm just going to give you a very high-level overview of what we're kind of about, how the token's going to be used, a little bit about the token distribution, and just remind you that we do have the public sale coming up on April 7th to 8th, so please click the link tree. We have decks, GitHubs, demos, we've got X accounts, TG, Discord, you name it. Jump in, we'll share more tokenomics, deal memos, whatever. Happy to share. All right, basically at a high level, we are focused on intellectual property. Specifically, we are focused on building rails to tokenize and monetize and distribute intellectual property as real-world assets globally, right? So the current market is about $61 trillion. Our closest comparable is Story Protocol, and they were recently valued around $1 billion market cap, okay? So that gives you a little bit idea of what we can grow into. We're approaching it a little bit different. We're a little more cross-chain. We think IP is going to basically need to be bridged between Web 2, Web 3, and multiple platforms. So let's just jump in to do a quick overview. Cool. So what we've already built the dApp, and basically I'll give you a quick little preview of that. This is what it looks like. I can't go into it too long, but we do have a demo where you can see everything that we've already built. We're porting that over to Base because Base has a better consumer layer, and that will be online very shortly after TGE. So back to the protocol overview. So we basically think of intellectual property as three layers. We have a ready-to-launch consumer-facing dApp, and that's really where most brands and IP owners and creators are really going to be able to engage with their user bases quickly, right? So we have the consumer layer dApp, that's fast revenue generation, fast launching. Then we have the modular tooling. That's going to be the AI agents for IP infringement. That's going to be Launchpad, so people can actually launch, raise funds, do that. And obviously we have a bunch of rules around that. And then that's where we also have AI creator tools, on-chain analytics, and then on the back end, what we're building is the distribution protocol, the monetization, and payment settlement layers that will be cross-chains, cross-marketplaces, and across transmedia platforms. And we'll get more into that into the next slide. But basically, we're building the on-chain legal right now. We have Base EVM coming up. We have TGE coming up. And then we're going to be starting to launch our AI agents as well. All right. So really quick, here's a token utility overview. Again, I don't have too much time to get really super granular, but in short, our token is used all across our dApp and all across our ecosystem. So all of our modular tools, AI tools, the agents, the creator tools, the legal tools, the token can be used for those tools as well as actually on the dApp. So even just something as simple as general streaming, rewards, we'll have staking, but everything on the dApp and within the ecosystem can use the token. And then what staking supports, staking isn't just like general staking. Staking actually goes towards governance, and then staking also goes towards managing that cross-chain payment settlement liquidity. So as time goes on and as the distribution network grows, and as we bridge more Web 2, Web 3, and all different platforms globally, IP, DeFi, marketplaces, transmedia platforms, the token will be used as a liquidity settlement layer between all of these different places. Okay, so this is a little bit of a high level. If you want to see more information, we're happy to answer more. But just due to time, I just wanted to give you a quick understanding of the utility. And now let's jump into some of the actual token distribution and the schedules and the allotments. We are going more of a fair launch. Now you can see that represented over here in all of the allocations. We've got TGE initial supply at 60%, community rewards at 10, core team, we've reduced that a little bit to give more back to the community, 10. Angels is still the same, 5.5. Liquidity is 4% now. That's mostly for centralized exchange agreements and liquidity pools in the future. Growth and bounties, 4%, foundation and grants, 3%, and then advisors and partners, 3.5%. The nice thing about this is that more people now in our community can participate. More people can become higher token holders earlier and actually have more of the rewards, sharing, the governance, and all the different mechanisms that we're going to have in place. The other cool thing about this is when you actually stake your tokens, now those tokens are used to power all the dApp and all the tools. So now instead of Ample providing the tokens, we actually get to have the community provide the tokens that are actually going to power the dApp and share in the revenue generation possibilities, because they are indeed supporting the dApp. So when people come to the dApp and use the dApp, the tools, everything else, they are directly buying tokens from our staked treasury that the token holders actually create and provide. And so the revenue is shared faster and more evenly between all the holders. So we're really excited that we get to kind of have a much more fair launch. The token value and the market cap, the fully diluted value, is much more true, right, in comparison to the token price. So this is just much more of the vision that Raj and I originally had. Also, because we are changing the initial supply, we are going to modify some of the NFT distributions. I'll share more of that later. That's not really for this video. I will share that, but we're actually going to add in some revenue share and some revenue generation from the contracts that we have going on Uniswap, and from the actual token contracts itself. We're now going to be sharing back with our NFT holders. Our NFT holders are the original super early OGs of all things Ample, so we're always going to try to make sure we take care of them. But in this way, with the fair launch and the NFTs and the rev gen and the rev share, we get to actually give back much sooner. So vesting schedules are pretty much the same. A lot of the allocations are pretty much the same. Not much has changed. Basically, the way that it'll all happen is, we will launch on proof, the contract goes live, then we take all of our allocations, we lock them all up in Sablier, we will post all of that, so no worries there. Everything's audited and we feel ready to go. Thank you so much for the time. Happy to answer any more questions and go super in depth. Jump in our socials, jump in on X. Let us know what you think. Thank you so much and have a good one. See ya.